Hello, everybody. Yes, I do one hand, you do the two hands.
We're back.
We are back. That's right. We said we were going to be back, and we are back.
Yeah.
And we have a fun one today because a lot of you guys have kids. So we thought about talking about games that you can play with kids. Now, I don't have kids, but the few times that I've had kids come over, I made a list of the games that have actually worked out very well with them. So,
Yeah.
and I'm guessing, my guess is that these games will also work well with non-gamers because they're simple. What do you think?
Yeah, and I've got grandkids, so I've chosen some that I have played with them that I know worked really well with them.
Okay, so you've got the experienced part of the conversation, and then you have the no experience, but we'll give it a try.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, we're going to ask our question.
Yes.
We're going to put up this side. We're going to put up a little bit of box art zoomed right in. And by the end of the video, we're going to tell you what it was.
Yes, so try to guess during the video and see if you can get it correctly. And we'll give you the answer at the end.
Yeah, and actually this game would work well with kids. It's not on my list, but it would work well.
See, Angela even gave you guys a clue. See how nice she is? All right, Angela, why don't you get us started because you have the experience, so your game is definitely going to fit the bill.
Okay. Hey, here's the first game on my list, Downforce. Why do kids like this one, Annabelle? Because it's got cute little racing cars.
Oh, I see them. That's adorable. 2 to 6, 7.3. Okay.
There we go. Hopefully you can see those the graphics.
So what's the game about? Horses?
So the game is about racing cars, but it's stupidly easy to play, and it plays quite short. I think the play time's like 20 to 40 minutes. Okay. But the fun of this game for kids is you're moving the cars, and on your turn you move all the cars depending on the card that you play. So the card will have colors on it, and you move them so many spaces. So it's the fun of trying to like cut people off and that kind of thing. It's a fun one for kids, and adults love it as well. So it's win-win really. And look how cool it looks on the table as well.
Yeah, I was going to say it has really good presence. Like it really looks like a racetrack. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's a good one. And there's expansions as well out for it.
Wait, is that your player board? The steering wheel?
Do you know what? It's not. I think people upgraded some things. The cars on that other picture, they're not the cars. The cars are these ones, little plastic ones. But some people use what are they called? Micro machines, like the actual really well detailed little cars.
Right. Replace them, of course. Gotcha.
Yeah. But that's a good one for kids. And the board's double-sided, by the way. So there's this side and then there's an easier side.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. So for my first one, I have one that I think I've mentioned here before because I love this game. It's called Catacombs of Karak. I believe Catacombs. I think it's with a K. I think it starts with a K. There it is.
It is.
All right, there it is. So this was a 7.2. So a little bit worse than yours. The racing is winning. But it's funny because I think I mentioned this before. I don't remember. This game was actually suggested by one of my viewers. I didn't know about this game. I don't know if you know about this game, but I had no idea. And it's a lot of fun. It's very easy. All you're doing is you're dungeon delving because that's really what you're doing. You roll the dice. Actually, you don't roll the dice. You move. Then you get to a room. You pull out of a bag, and it could be any kind of monsters. And the reward for the monsters in the back. So some monsters have keys. Some monsters will give you an upgrade to your dice. So like a sword will give you like upgrade. Whatever you roll, you get +1. Very easy, and you're trying to find the dragon. See, there's a kid. It's for kids. You see?
Look at that.
I knew it. Thank you, kid, for being there. I love you. But I've played it with grown-ups, non-gamers mostly, or people, I wouldn't say non-gamers, but gamers that are not into heavy games, and they love it. And I've played it with young kids, and they love it as well. They will come back to the house and, can we play that game again? So I know it's a fun one. And it's a dungeon crawler, so I love dungeon crawlers. It doesn't matter if it's heavy or not. I just like going into a dungeon. One of these days, I'm going to have to go into a real dungeon myself.
Yeah, that's a good one. I do remember that you've mentioned that one before.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks simple enough that, kids could play that easily.
Yeah. All right, what you got?
This one you'll know, because this one was on a lot of people's lists a few years back. Here, Micro Macro Crime City.
Oh, you made me buy this game.
Oh, you bought it, so you know it. You can see how you love it. Like, my grandkids loved this game when I first bought it.
Yep.
And it's because it's so easy. So you're basically, it's this huge piece of paper. It's not easy. I guess some of the later ones, are quite hard. Here it is. So it's this huge piece of paper, and you have to, you get these little envelopes with like the crime, who killed whoever, and then you have to track it back, looking at this huge map of drawings of all these little characters, and find out where the crime took place. It's fun. I'll see if I can find a little zoom in on the there we go.
Yeah.
So you can see like the little people, and maybe you're looking for a guy with a big mustache, so you'll start like looking on the page to see where he is, and then you'll track back his movements on the map.
Right. It's like a Where's Waldo with a story.
Yes. And it's strangely captivating. Like, as I say, my grandkids are like, can we do another one? Can we do the next one?
Yeah. I've done almost all of them. Yeah.
You've done all of them?
No, I've done almost all of them. I was really on a roll, and then something else got my attention, and I kind of stopped. But I was like, just like your grandkids. So I would finish one, and I'd be like, I want to do another one. This is so much fun. So and I've been coloring them in. So so it looks really cute, because the ones that I've already done are all colored in, and it actually helps I think it makes the game easier, because that way I don't have to look at those. Just focus on
I know some people use little tokens, little clear tokens, and put them on the characters to check back the way. But that's a good one, and there's a couple of them out now as well, I think. And it comes with a little magnifier for old eyes.
No, it's necessary, because the details are, and you want to immerse yourself in the story. Like, you want to know, oh, this guy died because look at this. Oh, he was having an affair, which is not so kid related, but
you just explain it to them in a nice way. Any of the adult stuff, but I think from memory, I think it does tell you in the in each adventure, like, which ones are kid friendly.
Okay, I don't remember, but sure. I love it. This is a great game. No, kid! Yay! We can keep it. It's for kids.
Hey, here we go. Let's leave it on that one.
That one is winning. 2 pictures of kids. It's winning.
All right, what you got?
All right, so my next one is, everybody knows this game, and if you don't know this game, then go buy this game. This is a good game. This Dixit.
Oh, Dixit, yeah.
And I think this game works very well no matter who you're playing it with, because you can adjust, because it's so abstract, and you make the game, right? Because you have you're going to have cards in your hand. The person whose turn it is to go thinks of a word or a phrase that goes with that card, puts it face down. Everybody else tries to find a card in their hand that kind of also goes with the phrase or the word that the person used, and then you vote and you try to figure out which one the person really used, and you get points if people pick your card instead of the real card, and the person that said the word only gets points if some people choose but not all.
You've got to be clever.
And you can have so much fun with it, because again, it depends on who you're playing it with, what phrases and what words you're going to use. So I played it with adults, and I still remember the laugh that we had when somebody said divorce, and the card just was like perfect. We wouldn't do that with kids. With the kids, and there's a kid. With the kids, we used, of course, like a lot of Disney-related stuff and a lot of child-friendly things, and it works. It works perfectly, and it's a really nice game to bring people together and to interact. It's not like I'm playing by myself here and then it's your turn. It really brings people together.
Yeah. And they're like, everything about it's lovely. So kids are automatically drawn to it. The artwork, the little bunny meeples, that kind of thing. Let me ask you a question. Is this what your version looks like? Have you got the board that goes in the box?
Well, right now, this is the game that I've given away the most, because every time that people come and play, they always love it. So I was like, just take it home and you can play it, and I would get a new one. So the one I have right now is the Disney edition.
Oh, okay. See, I've always wanted this edition where the board goes around the box.
Yeah.
And I've never been able to find it. The one that I've got is just like a double board that comes out.
Right. Yeah,
this one looks so much better.
Yeah. I haven't played the Disney one yet, but the meeples are so cute that, and all the photos are out of Disney movie kind of themed. So, no Star Wars though.
No Star Wars.
No, they failed there, but okay.
All right, I've got a weird one for the next one. It's not really a board game, but my granddaughter actually brought this over last week, and we played it. Dr. Eureka.
What do you mean it's not a board game? If it's here.
Well, yeah, it's on Board Game Geek, so it counts, right?
Right.
This one's fun. I'll try. Here we go. So you've got these test tubes and these colored marbles, and literally all you do is you've got this little deck of cards. You flip it over, and the marbles are in a certain sort of color order in the test tubes, and you have to match it. But you can't touch the marbles, so you have to sort of tip them in from one to the other until you've got the right order of things. And so, here we go.
So like a dexterity kind of puzzle.
It is a dexterity game, yeah. Dexterity and sort of pattern matching. So here's the cards. So you start off with them, I think they're all just the single colors, and then you have to tip them into each one until you match the card, and then Eureka. And then you get to keep the card, and the first one to have many cards is the winner.
Okay, so if the marble falls off, then you don't get the card. There's a kid!
There's a kid! Yay!
This kid doesn't look very happy.
It's a good one for kids. Here we go.
Yeah, I love it. All right, so you know me and my fantasy, so we'll go with fantasy. This is Chronicles of Abel.
Oh, yeah.
AV.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. Okay, so Chronicles of Abel, 7.5, and it plays solo, so I get to play 7.6, so I get to play by myself. And the reason why I do think this is for kids, and you cannot deny it, is because the first thing you do when you start playing is you got to pick a sheet of paper with your character is in black and white, and you got to color it in. You got to see, there it is. So come on, if that doesn't say that it's for kids, what else? But after that, the game it's a great introduction to gaming, because it's not like easy. You have to plan ahead, because you know there's a monster coming at the end, and you have to have bought enough stuff to keep them away. You also have to defeat monsters, and you get gold for defeating the monsters, different tiles that you do different things. So I really think it's like there's a kid. I really do think it's a great introduction for kids and adults alike, if you're a non-gamer, to heavier games. So I think this game is really good. It flows very well. The theme is very much there, but there's also that kid-friendly thing where you pull out of a bag, you even have to say like a little song or a little thing, which is cute, when you pull things out of a bag, and then you have to put them in your backpack, and if they don't fit in your backpack, you can't carry it. So that's also something that, it's very kid. There's the bag. So a lot of things that will pull kids in, but don't be deceived. This game you can lose.
Okay.
Yeah,
It looks beautiful.
it's cute. Yeah,
Yeah, really nice.
yeah, it's a good game.
Right. My list. Horrified. Now,
Yeah,
even if you're scared of monsters, this one's
doesn't
cute.
matter.
It's
Yeah,
the graphics on it. Look at it. It's adorable. So you're basically fighting like the universal monsters, like the werewolf. Oh, here we go. Invisible Man, Frankenstein, Dracula, Frankenstein's wife, swamp monster, the mummy, and who's this guy? The werewolf. So you're basically fighting them, but it's co-op. So if you're playing it with kids, you can sort of help them along, and you're
right.
trying to make sure your little villagers are all safe, and you have to do different quests to finish off these evil monsters.
Right.
But it's a fun one. It's a fun one with kids.
I believe every villain has a different way to defeat him. Like they're all not the same. They're very asymmetrical. So you have to do different things in order to. So you can play one game and it feels completely different to the next.
Yes, totally. And there's different versions of this now as well.
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't got the other one, but I want the other one.
I think there's more than one too, because I know there's the American version and there's the regular one, and I believe there was a new one introduced recently.
Is it the Greek one?
Maybe.
I know there's another one. Oh, let's give people the info while we're here. Horrified American monsters, Greek monsters, and World of Monsters, and Krampus. What the heck? What's World of Monsters? Sorry, we're on a little. We've gone off track here. World of Monsters. A scream comes through.
Isn't that Cthulhu themed? It looks like Cthulhu.
Cthulhu themed. Oh my goodness. Well, we definitely need that one, don't we?
Right.
Wow. Yeah, that definitely looks Cthulhu-y.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh wow. Well, there you go. You've educated me, Annabelle. Thank you very much.
You did this yourself. I just knew there were new ones. I just knew that there were more than two because I think the one I heard about was the Greek monsters, and there was another one, Krampus. What is that about?
Krampus must be a Christmas one. Let's have a look.
Might as well. We're here. If we don't know,
and Christmas isn't far away.
2024. Santa, yeah, you're in the clutches of. I don't know who Krampus is.
Oh, it's small. It's tiny.
Oh, yeah, it is tiny. Huh.
Oh, interesting.
It's a little different, isn't it?
Look at this one. Tis the demon, Krampus.
Says the demon. I don't know how to say that.
There we go. Dare to face off against Krampus, the demon of the season, in Horrified Ravenberger's cooperative board game of immersive terror. I wonder if we add this to the game or if this is a thing of its own.
Right? And it's hard to tell, but it looks to me like it's a self-contained.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow. Okay, we'll be looking into that one after we finish.
So what we did, guys, was we covered both kids games and Christmas games. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. Continuing with Annabelle's obsession with dungeons, we'll try Dungeon Mayhem. The kids cannot escape these dungeon games when Annabelle is around.
Dungeon Mayhem 2018. Yeah. Oh, I know the one.
Yeah, this game is fast, plays really fast. It's very easy to learn. The iconography is very self-explanatory. The kids get it right away. You know, I even taught one of my clients, who, you know, I work with children with autism. So I even taught at least one of my clients, if not more, how to play the game. He picked it up right away, loved it, asked for it every time I would come. I wouldn't bring it. I'm like, where's the game? Like, oh, and now they have the marble version of it too, which is really cool. They have so many of these. I actually played it even with the band. One day we were waiting for a show, and we were waiting for our turn, and the show hadn't even started. So I just took it out and just started dealing cards, and we all played it. And I found out that our drummer could be a potential gamer, just haven't gotten the clutches in him yet. But he thought about it so much. Like, he was making intelligent, smart decisions The bass player was just kind of throwing cards on the table. But yeah, I love this game. This is when I have to play something fast, I don't have much time. And as somebody that might not be really like into heavy games, this is what I pull up like all the time.
Nice. Yeah, I can see again how kids would enjoy that one as well because of the artwork.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what have I got on here? Oh, this is a game that I've literally played with my grandkids in the last couple of weeks.
Okay. So even if there's no kids' pictures, we know it works.
Yeah, it definitely works. Spots. Super easy.
Yeah. Okay.
It says ages 10 plus. I don't know if I agree with that. I think a little bit younger easily. My granddaughter can play this no problem. And she's not quite 10. Here we go. Spots. I believe my grandpop is on Board Game Geek here when we were playing it.
Yeah.
So you've got these little cards, and the idea is you roll dice depending on what sort of action that you take in that round, and then you have to fill the dogs. And then when you've filled them, you get to keep them. And the first one, I think we played first 1 to 5 dogs wins. It may be 3 in the actual box, but they love it. And you can bust. You can see here spots more than 7 you bust. Okay. So you don't want to bury too many. Even dogs can play this game.
You know what?
Yeah, it's a fun one. I mean, look at the components as well. And there's one dog in particular that my grandkids love. Let's see if we can find it.
So many dice.
Oh, it fits a lot in a small box. It's only tiny. Let me grab it. Ta-da! I mean, it's a hefty box. It's stuffed to the gills. Definitely a good one if you've got kitties. Here, can we see this card here in the middle? Let's zoom it in. Bert. Everybody loves Bert. You see that?
Oh, I see it. I totally get it.
So you just need a 1 to fill in Bert. There you go. That's spots.
Yeah. And Bert's butt.
And Bert's butt.
Oh, I love it.
All right. Have you got any more?
You got one more.
Okay.
Why is it dungeons?
Of course it's dungeons.
But this one, there's a reason. So it's Dungeons and Dragons Adventure Begins.
Oh. Let's go with Adventure Begins. I feel like that might be easier. Here we go. I do not know this one.
You don't know this one?
No.
So this is pretty much an introduction to Dungeons and Dragons for kids. You are going around the board and defeating monsters, great. But also, what makes it kid friendly is that you sometimes have this stupid things you have to do. So you have a person each turn that is kind of like the what is it called? The
Games Master.
Yes, the Game Master. Exactly. Thank you. The GM, the MC. What is it called?
GM.
Sure, that. And they pick a card, and the card will dictate what the other people have to do. And sometimes, for example, you have to sing a song, and whoever the person that is reading the card thinks did the best job of singing the song, that's the person that wins that round and gets to do something special. I have a run through of this. I haven't played it in forever. I don't know what year this game is, but I played it when I first got it. And let me tell you, it is my most fun run through. Oh, I added stuff all over the place because of the questions that came up, and I get to watch that run through and have a laugh.
That's great.
That tells me that kids would love it, and it does have the Dungeons and Dragons kind of like components where you fight the Beholder and all those monsters that you know if you know D&D. But it really is geared towards the younger audience to kind of introduce them to the world of D&D, which I think is so clever. Thank you for putting that together, whoever it was.
That's nice. The figures look nice as well.
Yeah, I mean, they painted them very nicely. I haven't painted mine, but sure.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, get more kids into D&D. Why not, hey?
Yeah, gotta do that. The next generation has to be gamers.
Yes. Right. I've got a couple for smaller kids that I was just going to mention, like in passing.
Okay,
That's okay.
sure, do it.
First up, I've got the Color Monster. This is one that I got from my grandkids when they were younger. So what's the age? 3+.
Okay.
Adorable because it forces them to talk about feelings.
All right.
So if they're feeling angry or they're feeling sad or happy, and you're trying to help this color monster, basically. This is your little person here. And it's got to do with putting emotions in these jars. I can't really remember. I'll be honest. I haven't played it since they were little, but I do remember loving it because it was easy, adorable. Look at that Meeple. And it did get them talking about feelings and how that can make you feel. Feelings make you feel. And they really loved it. It's a good game if you've got kids that struggle to maybe talk about their emotions and that kind of thing.
That's great. That's very clever to do it through gaming. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Me, I just want to send everybody into a dungeon. You are trying to explore their emotions. You can tell I don't have kids.
Yeah, it's a nice little game. I highly recommend. I mean, and look at it. Kids are drawn to it. You put the emotions in the jars, and yeah, it's a good one.
It's pretty cool.
Have you got any more?
No, I'm done. So
the other one I'm going to mention just for little tiny. If you've got tiny kids, this one. Oh wow, it's been around since 1986.
Wow.
That's crazy. Ages 3+. Now, my grandson used to love this game when he was tiny. I think he was playing it when he was 2. You're basically, it's based in an orchard and you're trying to like collect the fruit, but the crow, the nasty crow is also there and you're trying to do it before the crow does it. Here we go. Look at the components in this game. This is what the components are like in the game. Little wooden fruits, little baskets.
That's awesome.
It's just a very tactile game. There we go. Kids. Highly recommend. There we go. Orchard.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, that us finished talking about the games?
There we go. We did it. We talked about kids' games.
Hey.
So now you can, get us out of our curiosity and tell us what game was it that you posted at first.
As well. It was this game, Splendor.
Awesome game. I see you got the OG.
Yeah, a lot of people come into the hobby via Splendor.
Yeah.
It was one of the first games I bought as well. I
have a friend that plays it so much that it's like she knows it by heart. So I don't want to play with her because I don't play it enough, I'm just like matching my poker chips to buy cards, and I don't plan ahead. I'm horrible at planning ahead. I'm a roll your dice and kill whatever's in front of me kind of person.
Yes, I am. I'm not good at planning ahead either, but I do like a game of Splendor.
I think
Marvel Splendor.
Yeah, that's the one I have, the Marvel version. I like that one better because like you recognize the characters as you play. You're like, oh, I got this guy on my team, and stuff like that. So
yeah.
All right, so we did it, guys. Now, if we missed any, you can fill us in. You can tell us what games you think would be good for kids. I thought of Takenoko when you were mentioning this last one. So I'm sure we missed a bunch because there's just too many games. Well, never too many games, but there's a lot of games. So
yes,
let us know in the comments below. And if you have any other ideas of things for us to talk about so that we don't have to scratch our brains, then let us know as well.
Yeah, definitely up for a good topic.
Yeah, for sure. All righty. So I guess we'll see you all next time.
I guess so.
Bye. 3 more games.